Welcome back to Rose Above It Reads. I'm Whitney, and I wanted to talk a little bit about where I'm at in my Booktube journey and how I got here. I saw this YouTube video called Your Theme by CGP Grey, and it got me thinking about, instead of having like solid resolutions, having directions, like general paths to follow to make your life more what you want it to be. And so I had decided on Summer of Creation as my theme for that season. And I had a lot of stuff I wanted to do. I currently work on a podcast. I wanted to get like all caught up and have great show notes for everything. Did not happen. I did, however, start this Booktube channel, and while I didn't create as much as I had hoped, I did do a lot of reading, and it got me thinking again about how when I have a goal to act and do a thing, I will get stuck in the prep stage. So in order to create Booktube content, you need to read. And I would, over this past season, just make myself read more, set higher goals for reading, read, and not do as much of the creation part. But, that's the point of a theme, right? Is to have general directions you want to stumble towards. And because I had that general theme, I did create more videos than I would have otherwise. I wouldn't have created any videos if I didn't have that theme to help guide me forward. Other things that I did that were creative that weren't on my radar were I did a lot more cooking. I started doing an Every Plate, I think is the name of the thing. I can actually put a link down below, and actually I think if I do that, you get $10 worth of food and I get $10 worth of food. I'm not really sure. I'll put a link and you can, but it's neat to get into creating food when you don't have that background. And I didn't have that background. I'm real good at top ramen and fried eggs and, very simple things, but I've made all sorts of very delicious food out of raw ingredients that get delivered to my house. And it has reminded me that not all creation needs to be things that I come up with completely by myself, right? Creation is the act of creating. It is making something to send out into the world. And even if that is just sent out to get back into me, which is what my food is, I don't live with anyone, I'm just making it for me, that's still creation. That's still humanity creating. And so that was a really good thing for me. When I started my Booktube channel, in that very first TBR video, I showed you this book, The Complete Artist's Way. And this is really 3 books in one. I've done the first book before, probably close to a decade ago. And I want to get back into it. And I also am heading into fall, so I have to decide what my fall theme is going to be. And I've decided that what I want to do is to have a foundational fall, a fall of reestablishing a foundation for myself. I'm hoping this book will be a part of that because it really does give me that opportunity to reestablish that foundation through the various exercises in a creative way. So it provides that coupling. Also, it's a book, so it provides the coupling between this past season of starting a booktube and hopefully moving to a more mature thought process with this booktube. And I think that it lends itself well to vlogging, so I'm going to try to vlog my way through this. So this is really the announcement video that I'm going to be doing a, slow read along with The Artist's Way. I'm going to start this week, so I didn't really give anyone any heads up for that. But, you don't need to do this at the same time. I'm going to try to have a vlog every week, and you can just jump to whichever week you're on. It's going to be a vlog per chapter because you're supposed to take a week per chapter. When I did it before, we actually took 2 weeks per chapter, and the recommendation is that you do half the exercises in the back of each chapter. Now, they recommend that you pick the exercises that you most want to do and the most don't want to do. The ones that you're kind of middling about, skip those. The other thing is that they want you to do 2 things. One is daily pages, which is just handwriting, filling out 3 pages every day. And they don't have to mean anything. They don't have to say anything. They are just a way to get your brain out on the paper and to have the process of putting things on the paper get past your sensor filter. So your sensor is just part of your brain that like keeps you alive, you know. It cuts off good ideas because it cuts off all scary ideas. And so by writing 3 pages every day of just like worries, crap, lists, whatever, just getting words on paper that can be like the worst words ever. They could be meaningless, they could be mundane, they could be all your fears, it could be anything, but that trains your brain to respect that you can have ideas and they can be scary, and that's okay. Doesn't mean you're going to follow them. You're going to keep that sensor part of your brain. They still get to be involved in all of those life and death decisions, even those long-term scary decisions, but that doesn't mean they need to squash your creativity right away. So I'm going to get back into daily pages, but that's a daily thing that is part of this journey. The other part is artist dates, and that is a weekly set-aside time that you spend by yourself taking care of your like inner artist child. The big thing is you know, spend some quality time. You don't have to spend any money, just quality time. Listen to that part of yourself and adapt accordingly. So if you're like, oh, I know, I'm gonna, you know, watch this documentary about art because I want to be doing more art, and then you hear like this tiny little voice being like, this is boring. That's your little artist saying, this is not how I want to spend my quality time with you. So find something you do want to spend your quality time with them with. That is a legit request from your little artist. They only get an hour or 2 a week. They deserve to be taken care of and pampered and so forth. So without realizing it, I think that the cooking that I had been doing, some of those had been a bit of that. Just kind of teaching my little artist that she can make cool stuff and that it's okay. It doesn't have to be great. It'll still be edible and delicious. And it doesn't have to come from her completely. She can follow what other people do, and that's okay. That's okay. That's where we're at right now. I'm going to be working on finishing it this month, and I have these tabs. I'm putting tabs up at the top with things that I think will be good activities to do. And so I think that these might also make good artist dates. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully use these 2 together to help me forward. Yeah, look forward to that content. I'm going to really try to follow through with it, even though the theme process isn't supposed to be too tied down to anything. I think that this is a good foundation for my foundation fall. So yeah, foundational fall, that's my season. Check out the video. The framing is about how to move away from the concept of resolutions and towards the concept of themes. And you can have a year or a season. A season is really great because around you outside you'll see things change over the course of a season. And so it's a large enough time that you can really see some progress, but it's a small enough time that as things change around you, you're going to be feeling that pressure to follow through. And I know that I did that with the summer of creation. I feel like I should have done more, but I think that the theme did the right thing of like just kind of generally moving me forward. So, yeah. Welcome. Let me know if you've done the artist way, if you're interested in doing the artist way. Let me know what you would like to have be your theme, either for fall or for, maybe winter. Just kind of some stuff you might be playing with. If you've made it this far, put some sort of fall emoji down in the thing, maybe a leaf, something cool. All right. Bye.